12,000 years ago, before pyramids, before cities, before writing itself, someone built this. And today, archaeologists still cannot explain why it exists. The carvings are deliberate, precise, complex. They depict animals, symbols, patterns that suggest meaning. But no one knows what that meaning truly was. When the structure was first uncovered, researchers assumed it was primitive. They were wrong. What they found challenged everything about early civilization. Buried intentionally beneath layers of earth, the structure was preserved for thousands of years, almost as if its builders wanted it hidden. Each pillar weighs tons. Moving even one would challenge modern crews. Yet this was done without metal tools, wheels, or advanced engineering. And the layout is intentional. Perfectly aligned. Carefully arranged. Not random. Not accidental. This was designed with purpose. Radiocarbon dating placed the site at nearly 12,000 years old. That date alone should not be possible. At that time, humans were supposed to be nomadic hunter-gatherers. Not monument builders. Not architects. Not engineers. So who built it? And more importantly, why did they invest so much effort into something buried and forgotten? This structure rewrites the timeline of civilization. And what we're about to uncover may change history itself. Each pillar weighs up to 16 tons. That is heavier than many modern trucks. And these stones were transported without metal tools or machinery. The stones were cut directly from bedrock nearby. Tool marks suggest precision. But the tools available at that time were painfully simple. With stone chisels and brute force, they shaped surfaces so smooth that modern archaeologists struggle to replicate the finish. To move one pillar, it would have required coordinated labor, organization, planning, leadership, none of which we thought existed then. And once transported, each pillar was placed into a perfectly circular arrangement, aligned with deliberate spacing and symmetry. The bases were carved into sockets cut directly into bedrock, locking the pillars in place with surprising engineering stability. Two central pillars dominate the enclosure. Taller, heavier, more elaborate. Almost as if they represent something larger than ordinary humans. The carvings are not decorative filler. They are intentional. Repeating animals. Abstract shapes. Symbols arranged with pattern and hierarchy. Some researchers suggest the layout reflects planning similar to architectural blueprints, long before blueprints were ever invented. And this is only one enclosure. Beneath the soil lie several more. Each waiting. Each raising even more impossible questions. What makes this structure even more mysterious is what it does not contain. No homes. No kitchens. No evidence of permanent settlement. Archaeologists searched for daily life remains. Fire pits. Food waste. Broken tools. Instead, they found silence beneath the stones. Some researchers now believe this was not a village at all. It may have been a ceremonial site built for gatherings and rituals. The animals carved into the pillars appear intentional and symbolic. Predators dominate the imagery. Not farm animals. Not domesticated life. Another theory suggests astronomical alignment. Some pillars may point toward specific stars or seasonal solar positions. If true, this would mean organized sky observation existed thousands of years earlier than we previously believed. And yet, many enclosures remain buried. Only a fraction of the site has been uncovered. Ground scans suggest several additional circular chambers lie hidden beneath the earth, untouched for 12,000 years. Every new excavation raises more questions than answers. The deeper they dig, the more complex the story becomes. And perhaps the most unsettling part is this. We still do not know who truly built it, or why. For decades, history textbooks taught a simple sequence. First came farming. Then permanent settlements. Then religion and monumental construction. But this site reverses that logic. These massive stones appear before clear evidence of organized agriculture in the region. The people who built these pillars were still using stone blades and primitive hunting tools. Yet somehow they coordinated labor at a scale that suggests leadership, planning, and shared belief. This implies something powerful brought people together long before cities existed. The carvings may represent stories, cosmology, or collective myths that unified scattered groups into a single vision. Some scholars now argue religion may have created civilization, not the other way around. Perhaps agriculture developed later to support gatherings at the site, reversing the traditional order of human development. If that is true, then this place did not emerge from farming. Farming may have emerged because of it. And that possibility forces historians to reconsider how civilization truly began. The real shock did not come from the carvings. It came from the soil beneath them. Small pieces of charcoal were recovered from the deepest construction layers surrounding the pillars. These fragments were sent for radiocarbon testing, the most reliable method available for dating ancient organic remains. The results indicated dates around 9600 BCE, pushing the site back more than 12,000 years. At first, many assumed the data must be wrong. The numbers did not fit established timelines. So more samples were taken. Different layers. Different sections. The process was repeated. Each independent test returned similar results. The site was undeniably older than expected. It predates the Great Pyramid of Giza by roughly 7,000 years. It predates Stonehenge by 6,000. When these pillars were raised, most of the world was still emerging from the last ice age. And that realization transformed this discovery from a regional curiosity into a global historical problem. The strangest part of this entire discovery is not how it was built. It is how it disappeared. Every enclosure was deliberately filled with soil, stone fragments, and debris, packed tightly and systematically. This was not erosion. This was not collapse. This was intentional burial. The fill material differs sharply from surrounding natural sediment, proving it was brought in from elsewhere. The burial preserved the carvings, sealing them away for thousands of years like a time capsule. Imagine the labor required to fill these massive enclosures, transporting soil basket by basket. Whoever buried this site invested enormous effort to hide it completely. It appears that each enclosure was buried deliberately after a period of use, then replaced by another. Over centuries, the entire complex vanished beneath the earth, leaving only a silent hill. The question remains unsettling. Why would a society bury its greatest monument? To raise pillars of this scale required planning, coordination, and engineering knowledge far beyond what we once believed possible for this era. Simple tools can achieve extraordinary feats, but only when guided by calculated design and disciplined teamwork. The circular layout is not random. Each pillar stands positioned with deliberate spacing and geometric awareness. Measured distances suggest a shared understanding of proportion, balance, and visual order. Before stone was lifted, ideas were formed. Plans were drawn. Decisions were debated. These carvings required skilled artisans who understood both technique and symbolic representation. When complete, the space would have inspired awe, towering forms surrounding those who gathered within. Scale alone changes the story. These structures dwarf the people who built them. Under firelight, the carvings would shift with shadow, transforming stone into living symbolism. Standing inside the site today, you feel the weight of time and intention pressing from every direction. If this structure predates farming, then organized ritual may have shaped human settlement rather than followed it. Communities may have traveled here seasonally, gathering for ceremonies that strengthened bonds across distant groups. Its central location suggests that people journeyed from multiple directions, converging on this monumental space. The animals carved here were not decorative. They carried meaning tied to survival, fear, and belief. Soon after this site was active, agriculture appeared in nearby regions, changing human life permanently. Later civilizations built temples with columns that echo these early pillars in shape and presence. From this hill, early architects may have imagined permanence for the first time. Today, scholars debate whether this was the spark that transformed wandering tribes into organized societies. Permanent settlements often followed shared belief systems, and belief may have begun here. This hilltop monument stands as a quiet reminder that human ambition began earlier than we once thought. What makes this site even more mysterious is that it was not destroyed, it was deliberately buried beneath tons of soil. The fill material shows clear signs of careful placement rather than natural collapse or erosion. At some point, a decision was made to seal the site as if preserving something important. Layer by layer, the monumental structures were hidden from sight for thousands of years. The carvings were not smashed or erased, they were protected beneath the earth. Scientific analysis confirms that the burial happened intentionally and over a relatively short period of time. 4 centuries afterward, the hill appeared ordinary, giving no hint of what lay beneath. Generations passed under these same stars without knowing the monument beneath their feet. Perhaps leaders chose to seal it when beliefs changed or when the site's purpose had ended. And only in recent decades has this buried chapter of human history returned to the light. Even after decades of excavation, this ancient site continues to raise questions that modern science still struggles to answer clearly. The craftsmanship on each pillar reveals precision and symbolic complexity far beyond what was once expected from early human societies. Laboratory analysis confirms the age of the stones, yet it cannot explain how such organization emerged so early in history. Experts debate whether this monument reshaped social structures or whether complex societies existed long before we believed possible. Some researchers suggest that large ceremonial gatherings may have driven cooperation, changing the direction of human civilization itself. The contrast between simple daily life and monumental architecture remains one of the greatest puzzles surrounding this site. Ground-penetrating scans indicate that many more structures remain buried beneath the soil, waiting to be uncovered. With each discovery, the timeline of early human development appears more complex than previously imagined. Every newly uncovered symbol invites further investigation and often raises more questions than answers. More than 12,000 years later, this ancient monument still challenges what we thought we knew about the origins of civilization. Across universities and research institutes, scholars continue debating what this site truly represents within the broader story of human development. Advanced modeling tools now recreate the enclosures in digital form, allowing scientists to test structural and symbolic theories. Some researchers argue that organized belief systems may have appeared before agriculture, reversing long-standing historical assumptions. Careful soil analysis continues to refine the timeline, confirming extraordinary antiquity while leaving core motivations unresolved. The repeated animal motifs suggest symbolic meaning, though scholars remain divided on whether they reflect ritual, cosmology, or social identity. The surrounding environment reveals no immediate agricultural infrastructure, further complicating earlier theories about its origin. Modern scanning technology continues to map buried structures, hinting at a much larger complex still hidden underground. These scans suggest that what we see today represents only a fraction of the original monument. Each season of excavation answers certain questions while introducing new uncertainties that continue to reshape historical narratives. 12,000 years after its construction, the monument stands silent, offering clues without complete explanations. This site forces historians to reconsider the accepted timeline of organized human society. Imagining the monument at its peak reveals a scale of coordination previously unrecognized for this era. The implications extend beyond archaeology, influencing how new generations understand early civilization. From above, the layout appears deliberate and complex, reinforcing the mystery of its origin. Certain carvings even resemble stylized human forms, adding further layers of interpretation. Whether aligned with celestial patterns or not, the site's orientation continues to invite astronomical speculation. For now, excavation continues cautiously, preserving what remains while protecting fragile evidence. Each passing year brings deeper understanding, yet the central mystery persists. Until further discoveries are made, this ancient structure remains one of the most compelling unanswered questions in human history. If you enjoy real history that feels unreal, subscribe and like the video so you don't miss the next story.